Good day everyone, we are the Group 7 reporters and the topic we're going to tackle is all about the language of journalistic writing and also the importance part of journalistic writing, the purpose of journalistic writing, and the writing style, the elements of communications of the newspaper. Now, what is the language of journalistic writing? Journalistic writing is a type of writing, that's use of news report or stories in writing media format. It is different from the other forms of literacy text, unlike a short stories and poem or novels. And also the journalistic writing is mostly related to a news report, editorial, sports, or other columns of papers or magazines that is considered of journalistic text. So journalistic writings aims to quickly inform, to entertain, and to persuade. There are three types of journalistic texts. The first are the journalism, broadcast journalism, yellow journalism. Journalism is the types of it is focused on a print media such as the newspaper or magazines. And also the broadcast journalism is a types of journalism that is being broadcast like broadcast and televisions or radio. And the yellow journalism is a type of journalism that is use of exaggerating words or sensationalism used in eye-catching or heading.
Good day once again. I am the second reporter. My name is Lorena Son, and my topic is all about the style of journalistic writing and the 5 types of journalistic writing. So let us start the style of journalistic writing. The journalistic writing is the writing style news organization used to assemble a story, while newspaper and television were, until recently, the primary outlets for reporting current events and human interest stories. Journalists now write for a variety of online media outlets and podcasts. The journalistic writing in the past year, or shall I say, the pre-internet days, people had limited option for accessing the news. It's very difficult to access the news every day because it's a limited only. So in order to access the news every day, the daily news came in the form of newspaper or television news program, where the least urgent stories could be found in magazine or weekly newspaper supplements. So before, kanang wala pa yung mga gadgets, wala pa tanan, wala pa yung internet. Ang ginagamit nila is kanang newspaper lang. So to access the everyday news naasab supply nila og kanang magazines. So nowadays, we are lucky because we have instant 24/7 access to any type of news in any format. So karon kay naa na may internet kanang halos-halos na jud tanan nagagadgets to access the news every day. Another definition of the style of journalistic writing. The journalistic writing is, as you might expect, the style of writing used by journalists. It is therefore a term for the broad style of writing used by news media outlets to put together stories. This is the example of journalistic writing in a broad style. This is the format called the inverted pyramid, which arranges the informations in descending order of importance. The most important information should come first, such as who, what, where, and how. These are the important details of the story should follow. And this is the other example of journalistic writing. They are used by reporters or journalists, the microphone, the voice recorder, the notepad, and also the camera. The main purpose of journalistic writing is to provide news to the public. Journalistic writing should be objective, balanced, honest, and opinion-free. This is the style of writing used to report news stories in the newspaper, the television broadcast, the radio, and the internet. So let's proceed the 5 types of journalistic writing. In each journalistic form and style uses different techniques and writes different purposes and audience. These are the 5 main types of journalistic writing: investigate, news, feature writing, columns, reviews. Number 1, investigate. Investigate journalism aims to discover the truth about a topic, a person, a group, or event. It may require a detailed and in-depth exploration through the interviews, research, analysis. So what is the purpose of the investigate? The purpose of investigate is to answer the question. And also its a function is to reveal the truth, to root out facts many people often want to keep hidden, to re-establish fairness, to shine light in the dark place. The news journalism reports facts as they emerge. It aims to provide people with objective information about current events. News journalism reports facts as they emerge. It aims to provide people with objective information about current events in straightforward terms. The future writing provides a deeper look at events, people, or topics, and offer a new perspective. Like investigate journalism, it may seek to uncover new information, but is less about answering questions and more about simply providing more information. Future writing provides a deeper look at events, people, or topics and offer new perspective. Columns are the personal opinions of the writer. They are designed to entertain and pursue readers and sometimes to be controversial and generate discussion. The column is a recurring piece or article in a newspaper, magazine, or other publication where a writer expresses their own opinion in few columns allotted to them by newspapers organization. Then lastly is the review. Describe a subject in a factual way and then provide a personal opinion on it. They are often about books or television programs when published in news media. And those are the 5 main styles of journalistic writing. And again, I am Lorena Son. I am the second reporter. Thank you.
My topic was all about the 6 language feature of journalistic writing and the purpose of journalistic writing. The first is, what are the 6 language feature of journalistic writing? The hallmarks of journalistic writing are simplicity and brevity, perfection, objectivity and factual, fairness and balance, inverted pyramid. First is simplicity and brevity. Journalists should write with simplicity in such a way that audiences can easily understand the content without having to read it multiple times. The goal is to break down even the most complex concepts and to write them in our own words so that everyone gets it. Second, perfection. Perfection means that each word should be used as it was intended by its original dictionary meaning. Meanings often evolve over time, but in journalistic writing, to stay true to the book, there should also be no slang or abbreviation. The third one is objectivity and factual. Objectivity means the absence of personal opinion. A journalist's writing should be based on facts, observations, and interviews with expert sources or those knowledgeable of the issue. Write in third person, he, she, they, not first person, I, me, my, our, or we. To stay removed from the story in order to be fully objective, don't write about what you think, believe, or feel, but what you see and hear. The only opinions which should be included are the source's opinions, and you must attribute all opinions properly so that readers know what said what. Fairness and balance. Fairness and balance are achieved by ensuring that both sides of a story are addressed and receive equal coverage. Some stories even have more than two sides. Journalists should never take one person's version of events at face value. Sometimes, of course, a source to the other side of the story will either refuse to be interviewed or won't return phone calls. Once a reporter has given every source ample time to respond, he can move on with the story. The last is inverted pyramid. Inverted pyramid journalist writing is most often written in a format called the inverted pyramid, which arranges the information or descending order of importance or newsworthy trends. What is the purpose of journalistic writing? Though it may be interesting or even entertaining, the foremost value of news is its utility to empower the informed. The purpose of journalism is thus to provide citizens with the information they need to make the best possible decision about their lives, their communities, their societies, and their government.
Hello everyone, my name is John Felix Hakosalim, one of the reporter of Group 7. The title of my report is News Report. What is news report? News reports are found in newspapers and their purpose is to inform readers of what is happening in the world around them. News reports have a certain structure that you need to follow. This structure is sometimes called the inverted pyramid. This is what it looks like. Headline, who, what, when, where, why, and how. First, news report begins with a catchy headline. Second, the lead paragraph informs the reader of the most important aspects of the story as soon as possible. The lead paragraph is often the only part of the story that people read. Use the 5Ws rule. Who is involved? What looks place? When did it take place? Where did it take place? Why did it happen? How did it happen? Only include this if there is space. Third, the body of the news report gives more details and provides more information about why and how of the story. Fourth, the tale contains the less important information which is often omitted by the newspaper editor if there is not enough space left in the newspaper. Hence, your news report should be easy to understand. Every news story should be able to be read by a 12 years old. Try to be fair, include both sides of the story, and don't let your personal opinion get in the way of reporting the facts. Collecting information for the report. Current issues, crimes, events, politics. First is figure out what to write about. News reports are about something that is happening now or what just recently happened. Current issues, events, crimes, and investigations are good subject for news reports. Other styles of journalism are better for things like profiles, advice, articles, and opinion pieces. Ask around for story ideas, especially government officials and public relation representatives. Scan the news to see what is already happening. This could lead to you finding other story ideas that are related. Search your city or country's website or directory for local events that are coming up. Attend city council meeting to find out if there are only local issues happening in your areas. Sit it on trials at the courthouse and see if anything interesting happens that you could report on. Second, go to the scene. Once you find out what you want to write about, go there. You might need to go to the scene of a crime, a business, and a courthouse, or an event. It will be difficult to write about something that you are not present at. Write down everything you see and everything that takes place. Record and take notes of any speeches that occur at events. Make sure to get the names of the speaker. Third, conduct interviews. Who you interview will depend on what you are reporting on. You will want to get a broad range of quotes for your report, so try to interview an array of people. Good people to interview are event coordinators, lawyers, police, business owners, volunteers, participants, and witnesses. If you need to find people to schedule interviews with them, use the internet to find contact information. You can also interview people directly at the scene depending on your news report topic. If the story controversial or political, make sure to get both sides of the issue. Prepare questions but don't necessarily stick to them. Think of an interview as a conversation. Record the interview. Make sure to get the full names spelled correctly of anyone you interviewed. Fourth, transcribe the interviews and speeches. When you are back at your home or your office, transcribe the interviews and any speeches. Listen to your recording and type out everything or at least the most important part of the interviews and speeches. This will make finding information for the report and any quotes easier. Make sure you review your transcription to make sure they're accurate. You don't want to misquote someone. Fifth, do research on the subject. News reports are about what happened in the moment, but it is good to do basic research on the subject. Research any companies, people, or programs that you are reporting on to make sure you have your facts straight. Double check spelling of names, dates, and any information you have to gather to make sure it is correct. Let's move to writing the news report. First, write a headline. Your headline should be accurate, clear, and easy to understand. Use keywords from the story and keep it straight and plain. Use active and short action verb in your headline. The headline should accurately lead readers to what the report is about. The headline should be attention-grabbing but not exaggerate or mislead. Capitalize the first word of the headline and any proper nouns after that. If you're having trouble coming up with the headline, you might try writing it last instead. It may be easier to think of the headline after you're finished your article. Second is write a byline and place line. The byline goes directly underneath the headline. This is where you put your name and clarify who you are. The place line is where the article takes place and it is written in all caps. Use EP style state abbreviation. Third, use a hard news lead. A news lead is the opening paragraph of a report or article and is often considered the most important part. A news report is not the time for a verbose and artful lead. Keep your lead to the point, fitting as much of the basic information as you can into your lead. A lead is only one of maybe 2 sentences and summarize that news story. The who, what, when, where, why, and how of your story should be emphasized in the lead. Fourth, write the body of your report. This is going to consist of the facts but more detailed and specific than in your lead. Fifth, include quotes in the news report. Quotes can be included in your news report to convey information. Always introduce who you are quoting followed by the exact word that they said. Use their full name the first time you mention them, then only use their last name. 6. Always include attribution. Unless the information is common knowledge, always attribute where you got it. You can get in trouble for not giving credit to someone. 7. Write in hard news style. You don't want to use overly descriptive language when writing a news report. Just stick to the facts and keep the sentence short and concise. Use active language and strong verb. Speak in past tense when writing a news report. Start a news paragraph whenever there is a new thought. This might mean you have paragraphs that are as short as a sentence or 2. Write your news report in an AP style.